Hi, my name is Underwood. I'm the head pastry chef at the Belmond Cadogan Hotel in London, Chelsea. The dish I'm going to do today is take on a creme caramel. Very nice, tasty, classic dish with a twist. So it's parsnip, banana and passion fruit. Seasonality-wise for today, chosen the parsnip. I believe it's a very underrated vegetable to use in desserts. It's from Lancashire in the UK. Studied the first MBQ 1 and 2 and then realised there was a pastry course, so taking up the pastry course in the third year got me really into the pastry side of things. So I started off at Cadogan Hotel in Berkshire working for John Wood. I was there as a commie for a year and a half, and then before moving on to London where I worked at numerous restaurants at 1 and 2 star level for the majority of my career, working with people like Shane Osborne, Tom Aikens, Simon Rogan, to name a few. There's a couple of people that influenced me from my career. One being Tom Aikens, just for his ability to take so much diversity from one item to use it in many different ways and techniques. Second one was due to using a lot of vegetables in his desserts, which I think is fantastic, and it's basically refined my style today. So working for the Belmond Cadogan Hotel, I oversee all the areas of the pastry side, from the menagerie breakfast pastries all the way through to the restaurant upstairs. We have a team of 6, including 2 bakers. So we have the restaurant to provide for the afternoon tea, the lounge, the bar, and all other diversities of cakes during that time. Basically, we have a very good costing program. We input all of the items of the ingredients we use, so from flour to the cream to the parsnips, and basically we evaluate how much we use, which in turn deducts and totals up the cost for the dish. The dish sells in the restaurant for £14. So the dish we're going to do is the parsnips. So we're going to start off by making the parsnip puree. We're going to really finish slicing the parsnips and then integrate them with the cream, backpack them in a bag, and then steam them for about an hour so they're nice and soft at 100 degrees. After that, we're going to puree them round so they're really nice and smooth, and we're going to pass them through a chinois so it's nice and fine. The next stage for that is the actual custard cream. So for this, we're going to take the prepared parsnip puree with the milk, double cream, add some salt. We're going to bring that to the boil, and we're going to pour that over some yolks and sugar, which we've mixed nice and fine till it's nice and absorbed. Slowly adding the hot liquid to the yolks and cream, whisking it really well, and then we're going to pass it so it's nice and fine, so there's no impurities inside. We're going to chill that over ice till it's nice and cold before we put it into our prepared moulds, which we're going to lightly spray with grease spray. When these are prepared and the mix is cold, what we're going to do then is we're going to pour them into the moulds, place them in the oven at 90 degrees till they're just set like a custard bed, a nice little wobble on the top. Leave them to cool naturally, and then we're going to blast chill them so they come down to a nice correct temperature. Second stage for this, what we're going to achieve is we're going to make the crumb. So basically we're going to mix the flours together with the butter and the sugar and some salt, just till it comes to a crumble texture, and then we're going to place that onto a baking tray. We're going to cook that at about 160 degrees till it's nice and golden. Next stage we're going to do is going to do some caramelised hazelnuts. So we're going to take some sugar, caramelise it till it's nice and dark but not too bitter. Gently add the toasted hazelnuts and just coat them till they're nice and caramelised, and place them onto a tray to cool. When these 2 items are nice and cool, we're going to just basically fold them through together to create the crumble. Nice and soft, a few little lumps and textures in there. After that stage, what we're going to do now is we're going to make the sorbet. So when we're doing this, we're going to prepare the banana. So by peeling the banana, slicing it right through the middle, and de-seeding it using a Pastry scoop or a spoon or even a peeler to remove any of the seeds. After this, we're going to place it into a Vitaprep or a KitchenAid or a blender, as it were, and we're going to blend it till it's nice and smooth. The next stage we're going to add is the passion fruit puree, and the stock syrup, and also the Pro Crema. Pro Crema is a stabiliser which will help stabilise the ice cream and avoid any crystallisation. When this is cold, we're going to place it into the ice cream machine, and we're going to churn it until it's nice and soft with firmly like a Brunel or Rocher, and then place it in the freezer with a double cartouche on the top of parchment so it doesn't create any ice or skin. The next stage is making the orange caramel. So we're going to take the sugar again, weigh it out, place it into a nice big wide bottom saucepan, very slowly add it so you get a nice even distribution of the colour of caramel. Then we're going to deglaze with the orange juice. We're going to bring it to the boil and then slowly reduce it to this nice soft consistency. When this is finished, the process, we're going to dice some fresh banana into nice perfect little brunoise. So by peeling it and preparing it the same way as we did before, keeping the seeds in and just nice fine diced brunoise. Next we're going to prepare the parsnips for the crisps. So we're going to peel the parsnips and really thinly slice them with a mandolin or with a knife. And then we're going to basically turn the fryer on to about 155, 160 degrees. So it's nice and hot, but it's not too hot that it's going to burn. So you want a lovely colour. So you place the parsnips into the fryer and gently moving them around so they're nice and even, they get all lovely colour. And then basically tamming them off so that it drains any excess of the oil to make sure there's no fat. Drain them onto a nice cloth and then leave them to cool with a little bit of salt on the top. The next part of the dish is basically plating. So we're going to start with the caramel, lightly warm it through just to give it a bit more viscosity so it's thinner. Swirl it around on the plate. Then we're going to add the cold custard. And then on top we're going to put the diced banana. And then next we're going to add a little bit of the crumb just on the top so it cascades down the side. So it's very neat but rustic style. Followed by the banana passion sorbet just on the side. And then cover it with lots of fresh parsnip crisps which we've added earlier. Fine, when you do start is you'll have recipe cards given to you by your tutor, very straightforward, easy to follow. Hopefully when all these restrictions are lifted, I can come in and show you the dish myself or even come and taste the ones that you've done and perhaps show you a few other things.